I'm Christina Hauer, and in front of the only home that Helen Burford and Eugene Strauss have known as a married couple. They planned on spending their final days in this quiet cul-de-sac in this semi-detached home. Instead, they say they're being forced to sell by yet another condo development.
They're going to knock down that house, and if we don't sell, they will build onto that wall.
So you would have a 24-foot story attached right there where the fence is now.
Or something, yep.
Helen Burford says she and her husband were forced to sell their marital home.
The goons came. I said to them right away, look, I'm 87, my husband's 92. Never mind, I said, just wait. Just leave us alone. Sooner or later it'll be up for sale.
But she says after her neighbor sold, the Madison Group came back with plans for a 24-story condo, and Helen says a threat.
Then they come back and say, well, if you don't sell to us, we're going to build onto this wall.
You would actually be attached to a 24-story condo.
Exactly. So our house would be worth nothing.
They sold and say they were paid $250,000 less than their neighbors.
It was like the Gestapo coming in, sell or else.
In a statement, a spokesperson for Madison says, after consulting with the respective families and advisors, both sellers agreed in the absence of any coercion of any sort to sell their houses for well in excess of then market values.
We didn't want to sell at any price. We told them that.
Neighbors say the development approved earlier this month at North York Community Council will destroy the neighborhood.
It's been part of the city's promise from the beginning that this growth that's happening in the city, which we all understand is important, and we all support it, but it was never intended to eat into neighborhoods.
There are about 5,500 units in development and planning stages in this small midtown stretch. 226 residential units are planned for this corner. Helen and Eugene's home is expected to be demolished and turned into a strip of grass.
And so when we went to the lawyer to sign the contract to buy the house, I was in tears.
Neighbors couldn't help but peek inside Helen and Eugene's home during the interview. It's the kind of place where everybody checks in on each other.
We've been very, very happy here. Not only the house, it's the street, which is a village. We know everybody. We won't find this again anywhere else.
Now, Madison's legal counsel actually just called Helen and Eugene threatening legal action for breaking the confidentiality clause of their sale. This development, though, not a done deal. It still has to be approved by City Council, and it's on the agenda for next week. Now, residents here have started a petition, and they plan on being at that council meeting in an attempt to block the development and say what they call their idyllic street. Now, this story came to us from a viewer. If you see news in the making, give us a shout or reach out to us on Facebook, Twitter, or through email.